At the time, I was 11 years old and went to junior high school. Andrea, a girl in our neighborhood, picked me up on the way to school every morning. After the Anschluss, she wouldn't even look at me anymore. It happened overnight. It was awful for me. I couldn't understand it. From this point on, everything changed. Our store was Aryanized, and I wasn't allowed to go to normal junior high school anymore. Instead, I went to a class that was held for all the local Jewish children in the synagogue. I remember November the 10th, 1938, very clearly. It was a cold, gloomy Thursday. At school in the morning, our teacher sent us right back home. She said that something was going on. My parents were surprised that I came home so early. Around 11 o'clock, the front doorbell rang, the Gestapo. They arrested my father, just took him away with them. Nazi stormtroopers were rummaging through the rooms, looking for valuables. We were forced to go with them. They brought us to the synagogue, where all the Jewish women and children from the neighborhood had already been detained. They searched us for money and jewelry. They took everything.
From the moment that Hitler came to power and the incident with my dad occurred, I think I knew that I was in the category that wasn't just Bavarian, that my identity was more obviously being Jewish and different from other Bavarians. Well, it was the 10th of March 1933, which happened to be a day I was in bed with a little cold, nothing serious. And I heard the front door of our fourth floor flat banging shut, thinking it was my mum coming home from shopping and that she'd come and say hello to me, but nobody came in. Thought it was a bit odd, so I got up, opened the door to the corridor, which was opposite the bathroom, outside which were pegs that my dad always hung his clothes on. And sure enough, there was my father's suit, but it was covered in blood, which for an 8-year-old was a shock, as you can imagine. So I tiptoed down the corridor, knocked at my parents' bedroom door, opened it, and just saw my father pulling up his bedclothes so I shouldn't see his face. So I went back to bed and I lay there, I guess in sort of shock, because I couldn't understand what was going on. After that, the doctor came, and then we went to our little house in the village called Walchensee, where my dad recovered. But nobody ever told me anything. I think they tried to protect me.